we're going to do the rare mixed media today. Hello, my name is Nikki, and I am Nikki's Scrapbooking Adventures. We're doing day 15 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And day 15 is actually a double page layout. However, I'm going to do a single page layout, which is typical on my channel. And I am going to do this side. So I have 4 photos. 3 horizontal and 1 vertical, which is actually kind of rare for me. I usually have all vertical, or I cut them down to be squares. But this time around, I'm keeping 4x6 photos. So that means I am going to have 3 photos here and 1 photo there. I am using the Echo Park Away We Go collection, and these are the 2 papers that I'm using from this collection. So I am going to substitute scrap paper for my photo, so it may look a little wonky, but I didn't want to waste my black cardstock to give you solid colors. Sorry. So I picked some colors that are not going to be used in my stash. So these are my photos right here. Sorry if that's really confusing for you. And then I'm taking this piece of paper. It is a like a 4 1/4 by 12, and that's gonna butt up right against there. And then I've got some dead space on the right hand side of my photos, and I tested this prior to, and I'm gonna land this on top of my photos and then overlapping here, making sure that I've got my words there not cut off in a weird funky way. And then my final photo is gonna land right about there. So part of Bash Bowl, I have to get stitching, ribbon, glitter, circles, chipboard, and mixed media into colors. So I've kind of gathered my supplies around me. They did say that circle enamel dots count for circles, so that is super easy. I don't have very many enamel dots, and in fact, I have 3 sets of enamel dots, and that's about it. I decided to go the route of Nuvo drops. Not a huge fan of that either. Not a huge fan of enamel dots, so that might be something in the future that I nix. I purposely don't buy enamel dots. I ended up with these through Pink Fresh's box last year, I think, and then I ended up getting this for sale because it was $2.50. Okay, I'll buy this for $2.50. These are colors I don't have already here. Like, this is a red and that's an orange, so I'll just grab it. So with this collection, I picked Cracked Pistachio and Squeezed Lemonade as my 2 mixed media elements. I've got my string here ready to go to figure out where I'm going to put my stitching. I also have some ribbon. I've got my chipboard that also doubles as glitter. But if I'm going to have glitter on my chipboard, I have to pick, is this glitter or this is chipboard? So I grabbed both, just in case. I also have a couple other raw pieces of chipboard that I can choose to use or not use. I think it'd be kind of fun to put this under here and then color this in this very dark blue color. That's kind of what my thought process was for grabbing this one. And then actually in this collection, they have these arrows. And so I was like, okay, I could totally pull off that these are arrows somehow, right? And I also have several different sticker sheets and all that kind of stuff. But today we're going to focus in on the mixed media. Mixed media doesn't have to be hard. It really, truly doesn't. And what I've got here in the background, I think is 110-pound cardstock from Joann's. So it's the Park Lane paper collection. And I'm just going to make a little mark right there. Make a little mark right there. Just so I kind of have a idea of where I need this mixed media to go. Oops, you know what I need to do? The bottom of this as well. So I'm going to do a little mark right there, and this is in pencil. So hopefully in the future I can grab it. move these out of the way. You don't want to get them wet because I am going to be using water today. So I'm going to move all of this stuff off my desk. So I think I'm just going to do the simple smooshing technique for this guy. And I'm thinking that I want kind of a outer edge kind of deal. So like maybe a circle or something along that line. So I've got some acetate here that's left over from another project. Who knows? It could also just be packaging. I don't really know. It feels a little bit thicker than packaging. It is really thick. Now, the glory of having a glass mat means that I can put my mixed media straight on the glass and not have to worry about it. And a little water. Now, I've seen people do this both ways, where they've actually put their Distress Oxide ink pad directly onto their acetate sheet and then go from there. So let's put some yellow there, put some yellow there. Now yellow is kind of a light color, so I do kind of need to layer it on, right? Okay, I do not want that spot that I just made. Yeah, see how you can barely see that. And I can move this drop around. That looks pretty good. So I can take my paper towel. Now these paper towels don't have a pattern on them. And I purposely picked these paper towels up for mixed media because they didn't have a pattern on them. Because what can happen is when you are doing your mixed media, the pattern of the paper towel, if I were to go ahead and go like this, right? The pattern of the paper towel will get into your mixed media. That's pretty gosh darn dry. Okay, let's see if I can erase this now. Yep. Just want to make sure of that before I move on. So I'm not covering this half of my layout at all with mixed media. Now, one thing with using water that you have to be careful of is that it will warp your page. So that's purposely why I'm leaving this one blank. I don't want to mess up my page. The one thing I don't like about mixed media is that you do get a warped page. It kind of irritates me. Just a little. Okay. So, got that, and I'm just gonna go like that. Now, I do notice I have nails. So if I scratch on my acetate, I will get those nail marks, and I really don't want that. So when I'm pressing down, I am using the palms of my fingers instead. There we go. They specifically said that this had to be 2 different colors, so I am purposely picking 2 colors that I thought matched this collection pretty well. And that looks pretty good. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And guess what? This looks like that lemon twist collection. So if you're looking for the colors, I highly recommend the cracked pistachio and the squeezed lemonade for that collection. Now let's bring back in our papers just to test it out, right? So 1, 2, 3. And this one. Okay, so far so good. And then that one. Yeah, that looks great. And I could even move this over a little bit if I wanted to see more of that white. I wouldn't be able to move, I guess I won't be able to move this part, so I might as well just keep this one where it was. So there is my easy mixed media. So tricks to remember: use thicker acetate. It does help. When you're pressing down on the media onto your page, use the pads of your fingers, not the nails. And use a paper towel that doesn't have a pattern. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check everybody else out who's playing in the playlist.